Streamers just got worse on Gabo. Whether you're an old streamer just like Neon, we talked about that in the last video, or this, streaming is just getting worse and worse, bro, every year, bro. This is actually sicking. Look, title doesn't make sense, but let's just see what do you
For today's episode, the house that I'm in front of is the center of an ongoing abduction and possible murder case, and I'm looking for Nancy Guthrie. This just said plastic. I wonder if it's referring to me as plastic.
I've been doing YouTube for a long time, and I sometimes think that gives me like sort of a false confidence. You know, makes me believe that I've seen every kind of person do every kind of thing imaginable, and then every once in a while I will see something so uniquely disgusting and so uniquely sickening that I'm reminded that will likely never actually be the case. So that's always fun. Guys, there is a real problem with the internet right now, and that problem is people who view anything and everything as potential content. With how ingrained social media has become into the average person's life, there is a large demographic of people who are not able to look at anything through any other lens than questioning how can they turn this into engagement. And for some people, unfortunately, there are truly no boundaries, which means that for some, doing something like going outside of the house of a woman who was recently abducted and performing a spirit box session to try and contact her while you're half naked to film an advertisement for your OnlyFans seems like an acceptable thing to do. Yet
So you're telling me this woman, she went to a crime scene basically where a woman got kidnapped, and she's live streaming in that place to promote her OnlyFans. Yeah, nah, streamers just got worse on Gabo. Whether you're an old streamer just like Neon, we talked about that in the last video, or this, streaming is just getting worse and worse, bro, every year, bro.
this is really one of those cases where, as I'm explaining what we're talking about, it really just sounds like I'm making something up for shock value, huh? Unfortunately, though, I'm not. The woman you're seeing in the background right now, named Kiki, aka Ghost Girl or Dark Starlet, really went out and did this. Now, real quick for some context, because
Wait, I actually have a question. Why are you on OnlyFans TV? You're on there and you're showing us. Why are you there? It's not, we're concerned.
if you haven't heard of what's going on with Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, a lot of this is not really going to make any sense. About a month ago, on February 1st, the mother of Savannah Guthrie, who Savannah Guthrie is a news anchor, she's been the host of the NBC News morning show for over a decade at this point, went missing. Now, obviously, this started a massive investigation, with this being treated as a kidnapping. Now, a lot of evidence has come out since that day, like signs of forced entry and some ring camera footage, but as of right now, Nancy Guthrie is still missing. Now, unfortunately, just as sort of a byproduct, I guess, of the internet getting so big and anybody who wants one being able to have a platform, whenever anything like this happens, whenever a criminal case like this gets national coverage and becomes a topic of discussion, there are a billion people on every single social media platform who like to play detective. I've talked about this before. I feel like as the true crime genre has gotten more popular, we are beginning to see a rise in people who genuinely cannot separate fiction from reality anymore, and they have begun to treat real life people getting murdered or kidnapped as their entertainment. And I think that's a big part of the reason why we're even here talking about this bullshit in the first place. Now, all of this blew up once the New York Post uploaded a TikTok of footage that they had obtained of this woman filming her video. And while we're obviously going to be focusing on Kiki today and the dog shit video that she made, honestly, I feel like everybody who's involved in this is wrong, just to varying different degrees. I think any news outlet or any other stream.
But I like how the cameraman is actually helping her. This man is setting up everything for her and the lights to start recording this dumb video, just to talk about what? I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know you're promoting your disgusting 18 plus OnlyFans account on stream on a crime scene. Do you know how messed up this is? Like, you need to have sympathy and dignity, bro, at least, bro.
Because other people have called her out for doing this. Some people called her out for doing this on site because they were at the house too. I think anybody hanging out outside of the house of a woman who's been abducted while her family is going through who knows what is disgusting. It's sick. Again, people have lost their fucking empathy because they find this shit entertaining. So I feel like anybody who was there that day is in the wrong, and it's just a whole shit show. But like I said, the New York Post uploaded this TikTok and it got people talking about it. It went pretty viral. It's sitting at over like 20 million views right now. This led to Kiki responding to all the backlash she was getting a couple couple of times before she uploaded the video that she was filming. One was this TikTok where somehow, miraculously, she turns herself into the victim of this whole situation, saying that anybody who called her out for her shitty behavior is taking away focus from Nancy Guthrie and the whole investigation, and that the only reason she went out to film that video was to spread information and make sure that people knew the true facts. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess that's one way to describe going to a missing woman's house and trying to contact her using a fucking spirit box. She also assures Nancy Guthrie's family that her outfit was not meant to be disrespectful and that she was only doing it to raise awareness for their mother. So, you know, 3 minutes of
How is that raising awareness? You're out here recording, promoting your things next to the house, which is a crime scene, and you're explaining it. You're saying that it's nothing serious with that outfit, but what's wrong with you?
absolute bullshit where she's either just so unbelievably fucking stupid that she actually believes the nonsense that she's spewing, or she's just trying to stir the pot. Honestly, I think it's probably a healthy mix of both, because like I said, after all this, she uploaded that video onto OnlyFans TV, which apparently is like some YouTube competitor that I guess OnlyFans is trying out. I'm sure that'll be super successful, and it's the video that the footage came from that started all this. We're not going to watch the entire thing because I can't bring myself to sit through it, but we are going to be looking at a few segments because I feel like this is the kind of thing that you just need to see to believe, and it's also the kind of thing that you just need to see for yourself to fully understand just how sick this individual is.
For today's episode, the house that I'm in front of is the center of an ongoing abduction and possible murder case. The house behind me is Nancy Guthrie's house. And I'm here today because I want answers.
Alrighty, hardly even 10 seconds in, and already you're putting on display just how big of a piece of shit you really are. You want answers? You, a random person who has no sort of connection to this whatsoever, wants answers? That's good, then you could probably understand how the family feels.
She is the girl that just spawned out of nowhere, bro. Just wants answers out of nowhere, bro. Obviously, she's doing this to promote her shit, man.
You know, the people who actually want answers and probably need them. You don't actually want anything besides promotion for your OnlyFans and your social media career.
Behind me is still Nancy's house. I've moved up the street so that I could do a private spirit box communication to see if any energy surrounding the home might be able to tell us where Nancy's whereabouts are. In my hand is the Ovulist Ghost Box, and with this device I can do a multitude of things, but the main thing I'm going to do today is have a spirit box session to see if I can get any answers.
Ah, yes. Nothing says private like filming it and then posting it onto fucking OnlyFans TV. Now, if you've never heard of these Ovilus things, basically, if you've ever watched an episode of Ghost Hunters, you know that thing that they try to talk to the ghost through? Yeah, this is basically like a more advanced version of that, and by more advanced, I mean it's more effective at making you think that things are talking to you. It's basically just a sensor for a bunch of different things, and it takes whatever it's sensing, converts it into certain values, and those values are arbitrarily correlated to different words. In short, it's basically like a random word generator with extra steps. So, you know, definitely the first tool a person who actually wanted answers would reach for.
I just want to introduce myself to any energies that are around the house right now. My name is Kiki. I come with light and love and respect, and I'm looking for Nancy Guthrie. This just said plastic. I wonder if it's referring to me as plastic.
Okay, maybe it actually can talk to ghosts. The worst part of all this is that there is a small part of me that's beginning to believe that she might think she's actually helping by doing this. And genuinely, I think that might be more concerning than a person who would just be willing to do this for clout. Because I went through her OnlyFans TV page, and she has hundreds of videos of her doing shit like this. And like I said, people get really into this kind of stuff, and they become delusional. Now look, don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't think she was trying to stir the pot at least a little bit, but unfortunately, I think there might be a part of her that actually thinks that she's helping, or like
who does a ritual with these type of outfits that we just saw? Right now, I paused the video, it's normal. These outfits I expected that, except the one over here that says Hope Diamond. The diamond one is weird.
Contributing to the cause, and that is terrifying.
Am I speaking with Nancy?
Us.
Us. I'm speaking with us, or is it us as in Nancy, you and I? I'm seeming to get more communication when I'm starting to address Nancy herself. Can I? Can I keep addressing Nancy? I can. Malevolent. It says malevolent and
This is bullshit.
Jack. Maybe the perpetrator's name was Jack.
Maybe it means that this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever had to watch in my entire life.
Same.
Look, it's real easy to sit here and just point and laugh at this lady, but I really don't want that to become the focus. Seriously, do not let the stupidity of all this distract you from the fact that this is a woman who went out to a missing woman's house and filmed for OnlyFans TV a video where she tries to contact the missing individual with a spirit box. This is so unbelievably disrespectful to not only Nancy but also the family that it's genuinely kind of hard to wrap your head around. To see something that is genuinely unimaginable happening to a family as nothing more than an opportunity for content, people like this are not like the rest of us.
Whoever I'm speaking with,
They deserve to die.
whether
Do we really deserve to die, bro? Like, imagine, bro. Imagine your son went missing, and then you just see outside the window like some influencers recording outside your window about this shit. On God, I'm knocking each one out. Nice, on God, bro.
this be a spirit or Nancy herself, was this a complex abduction or was it more simple?
Simple.
Simple.
Yeah, so just in case you were holding out for old Kiki, you know, for some reason trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, you can tell by the way that the shadows are jumping around in the background that she is manipulating this footage to make it seem like she's getting answers that she's not. If you
That's what
watch
I'm
this
saying.
video from start to finish, you will see that the shadows slowly move across the screen to the left, because that's the way the sun's moving, but somehow, you know, maybe just from the power of spiritual interference, after she questions whether the abduction was simple or complex, the shadows jump back to the right when she's playing the clip of the box saying simple, which almost makes it seem like she got that clip of it saying simple before she asked anything, and then realized she could make that look like it was a response to something. Unfortunately for her, I'm not a complete idiot, and it's extremely easy to see that it was fake.
Finish.
True.
I really hope that does not mean that Nancy is finished. I hope it means that this case will be very simple to finish.
Huh?
I'm hoping we can
Ain't that
bring
the
Nancy
same?
home.
What an absolutely fucking insane thing to say. It's especially gross because the video ends right after this. Like, she ends the quote spirit box interview after she got it saying this, which, you know, really kind of makes it seem like she was just looking for anything that she could tie back to death. Real fucking classy, Kiki. Anyways, I feel like at this point we've probably all seen enough. I find myself asking the question of how does a person end up like this in a lot of my videos, but this is one of those cases where that question
am I
seems
reacting to
extra
your
relevant.
videos,
Like,
bro?
seriously, how do you get here? How do you become this soulless? Is it just a case of where you don't care about anybody or anything?
So she's also a part of the clip farming community, yeah? So far we have Dean the Great, we have Adam22, and now we have Ghost Girl. And that's so far who we all know this year, because they're doing some dumb shit that no one here would appreciate, especially Dean the Great, man.
As long as it means you're getting ahead? Or is it just next level delusion to where you think shit like this is actually benefiting someone? I honestly don't know which one would be harder to understand. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? I think this is a problem that extends far past the grasps of Kiki. I really do think that one day we're gonna look back at this like weird true crime obsession and we're gonna be like, oh my fucking god, what were people doing? You know, I really do feel like people play with like others' mortality as just pieces in this chess game of their personal entertainment. Like, it's just baffling to me, showing up to somebody's house to film a YouTube video when that house belongs to somebody who has been missing for over a month. It's like, how fucked up, how detached do you have to be? I just don't get it.
The same thing I wanna mention, that is, yo, whether her name is Kiki or something, I think she can get arrested for that. Because I think it's legal to go record on a crime scene. But you know, when there's crime scenes, there should be investigators, people telling you stop recording or shit like that. She can get arrested. Dean the Great deserves to die, honestly. Adam22, the same thing goes. You deserve to die, because you can't be passing your wife around just for views. And then you have who? Jack Doherty. We have 4 people this year. Maybe Jack Doherty was like the past couple of years, but this year we have 3. Still a lot, bro, and we're still starting the year. So maybe more will come, but maybe next year you're gonna not even next year, next week you'll find about a streamer who flipping burned his house on live for views, bro. That's how streaming gets worse each day by day. Like, they can't just do simple shit like reaction and stuff. At the end of the day, bro, I can't be talking as well because I'm still a beginner, bro, and trying to get famous like them, but not in a weird way. I'm trying to do it with reaction and gaming videos. So please guys, help me reach my goal, bro. Anyways, bro, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. See you guys in the next video. Peace out, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. That will really appreciate it. Thank you so much.